Are you ready? Let's go.
Alex J. here.
Alex, are you ready to pod? We are ready. Let's get to it.
Ready.
This is Alex J. Aguiar, and welcome to Pod With Me Quickie. What's stopping you? You can do it. You can do whatever you want in this life. What keeps you from doing it is reflecting on the past or being afraid. Remember, the stuff we keep in our lives affects how we live our lives.
There's something inevitable about the way that the human mind works. It's going to try to draw you backwards. It's going to try to get you to focus on the bad things that have happened. It wants you to see your mistakes. It wants you to wallow in your mistakes. And I'll give it that maybe it has the best of intentions. Maybe its hope is that I don't repeat those mistakes. Maybe what it wants to ensure is that I do better in the future. But the problem is, your energy goes where your attention is. And if your attention is the past, that's where you're going to live. That's where you're going to spend your time. And you're never going to be able to plan for the future. The future doesn't happen. The future has to be built. It has to be created. And if you're not taking the time to map out that creation, then it's going to happen by accident. And you're never going to get the things that you want. You're never going to become the person that you're capable of becoming. But to become that pushed, and you have to push yourself. You've got to make huge demands of yourself. And to do that, to have the energy to see that through, you've got to know what it is that you're trying to accomplish. And as William Faulkner said, don't bother just to be better than your contemporaries or your predecessors. Try to be better than yourself. But how can you do that if all you're doing is looking in the past? You've got to have an eye to the future. You've got to know who you are today. You've got to have the self-awareness, the presence, to look at yourself honestly, to accept what it is about yourself that is weak, that is inadequate, but without punishing yourself, without spending that time beating yourself up in the past, living there in the pain of what you got wrong, living there in the pain of all the things that have happened to you that were outside of your control that you didn't want. If you want to build something new, don't spend any of your energy trying to tear down the old. Instead, spend all of your time trying to build the new. And that becomes the thing. It becomes the race against yourself. It becomes the race to see if you can make yourself better. You have a vision of who you can become, and you're constantly racing against that person. You're trying to become better than that person. You're trying to outperform your own expectations. And when you can do that, when you can set a bar that is ridiculously high and then become somebody capable of surpassing that, then, and only then, will you become the person you are meant to be.
That was the amazing Tom Bilyeu. And after letting go, and while you're letting go, you must appreciate everything the universe has given you. Be thankful for everything you have. Remember that every breath you take can be your last. So why are you focusing on the past, on your next breath, and the next one, and the next one? Think about your future. Think about the endless possibilities that are out there.
And in that, you can choose to cherish what you have. In that, you can decide to focus on that you have a breath to take. And even when it's something that simple, when you train your mind to do that, when you train yourself to decide to see the beauty in that, then nobody can ever take it away from you. And no matter where you are, no matter what's going on in your life, you'll be able to rise up and feel the beauty that is being alive.
You must let go of your past. You must stop being lazy. And you must create your future. Because what we have is now. The past is the past, and then the future is the future. But what creates your future is what you do right now, what you think about right now. That is the key. Right now. And to end with a quote from Roy T. Bennett, accept yourself, love yourself, and keep moving forward. If you want to fly, you have to give up what weighs you down. More on Pod With Me, look us up on Facebook under Pod With Me, AJA, and on Instagram under Pod With Me. Also in the Apple Podcast app and on the Google Podcast app. and of course the pod's home, alexjaguiar.com. This is Alex J. Aguiar. Until our next quickie, don't fall off the pod.
Ready.